Okay, and we're back. Battle of Britain's still ongoing. As our attempt to have our finest hour here. Oh, they did take out a British convoy, probably come from Canada, I'd assume. We took out a British submarine. Took out a German submarine for that, though. And keep our passive defense going up, because we do know we have enemy spies operating in our country. Okay. So 1-for-1 trade, we'll do that all day. And just all those planes. So the goal, long-term goal here is to keep the plane count of Germany under control. So we look at Russia. Russia probably only has about 3,000 planes. Italy's not a concern, 1.7 or so. But Germany, boatloads, 6.7. Also, they only have 37 factories on it. We've got 57. But remember, because the difficulty is cranked up big time, each one of those German factories is almost like 1.4, equivalent of one of our factories. So that is a concern. Now, their naval bomber count's been shredded. Their attack bomber count's also being shredded. They used to have about 500, maybe 600 attack bombers, and they're falling fast there. Close air support used to be about 1,000. They're now about 800. So, obviously, the more of the bomber forces we can get rid of also, that'll help Russia. Last thing we need to crack is their fighter force. They're still running the older Bf-109s. In fact, are they even researching it? They're not researching it. Oh, that's good. So, we're making progress. We can do this. And they're trying to bomb in England. Excuse me, Scotland. Up there. We got a tech. What did we get? Okay. Better infantry. And as a reminder of what's going on in North Africa, we are building up our tank forces there. And we're researching our new industry techs. So once we have a solid tank force, we'll probably put some more, or try to make a push and see what a North Africa fight looks like. For my German campaign, the North African logistics are incredibly brutal. I know I could cheese it just by building a bunch of forts along the coast. I'm not going to do that, because that takes away the entire difficulty of it. But if you are looking to kind of power game or, improve your gameplay, that would, be a big boost to you. Okay, you know what? Training day's over for you guys, because you got to defend Scotland here. Yeah, you too. Okay. There's a small U-boat fleet out here messing with us in the western approaches. Nothing critical. Who stopped trading with us a bunch? You did. Back that off. Let's go to... Nope, that was too much. Back that off one. Raja's giving me rubber. Yep, they've pulled out their planes there. As expected, just because the AI, as I've mentioned, just will bounce their planes around constantly. So we'll leave 2 fighters up there in case they come back. But the rest of them are going to the massive English Channel fight. And we're actually going to split the planes here. We'll go 1 and 1. Just so no zone's completely left alone. There was a good naval battle against Germany. Took out a light cruiser and 5 destroyers under Alfred Sawwatcher. Thank you, Somerville. They still have 6 destroyers left in that fleet. Looking at the overall German count, though, down to 60 ships. We know their exact count. 11 U-boats, so they're pumping U-boats because they were down to 9, and we keep sinking them slowly, and they keep doing that. So we will need to, of course, design some better destroyers because they're going to be coming out with better U-boats at some point, too. Okay, looking at this. We've got a spare factory. Where are we going? Probably on Bren's. Just because we're going to be going for a mechanized force here, and we need to build up our armor wing in Africa first. Got 100% efficiency there, that's good. Just defending the English Channel and their western approaches right now, but eventually I'm sure we'll need to worry about the Atlantic Ridge. Okay. Those are Italian strikes against us as we hold Malta. Well, they're actually trying to strap bomb Malta. Interesting. I'll send you back to repair. So one of the things to remember, even though you have auto repair on, in particular when it comes to naval bombing by aircraft, you've got to watch out for your capital ships, because the auto repair only looks generally at like your fleet and as a whole. It doesn't really mind if one of your ships gets super low. It'll keep that ship with the fleet, even though when it should be auto splitting and sending it home a lot of the time. So something to keep in mind. Okay, starting to shoot down like 13, 16 planes a day. It's getting better. Okay, raise another 100. Of course, we are running the, I'm not even sure what you call it, Air Force Spirit, the Officer Corps Spirit. That helps our training time, just because I knew we'd be raising a whole lot of air wings during the war. Okay, 6-pounders. We'll go there. And the industry tax. Yes, definitely oil. So once we mechanize, we're just going to need a boatload of oil. Doing okay there. We do need some more medium tanks, so that will be probably a good thing to do. We're making Crusaders currently. Operation Catapult. And the U.S. wants military access. I'm not gonna do that because that's gamey. Just allowing them to start shipping troops over en masse everywhere without having to worry about German U-boats. What few there are. Okay, so we've gone down this entire line. We're good there. Mediterranean Basin. Now, hold Hong Kong, maybe. That's probably an ill-fated mission, but we might do it for kicks and grins. Jet fighters, cryptologic bomb, Tizard mission. We are trying to sway the U.S. like they were working on historically, so we will go for the Tizard mission. In fact, that just reminded me, what's my naval transport situation look like? Right there. Need to do it. One of the top 10, probably top 5 techs I forget to do, landing craft. When you're planning big invasions, absolutely necessary. What? Okay, I didn't know that could go anything other than the historical option. The French surrendered their fleet outright. Okay, well that's obviously a big deviation from history. In history, they got bombed. Big time. Like, not even close. Wow. In fact, I don't even know what to say to that. I'm stunned. So let's make a new med subs command. Put all those subs there. Part of me's wondering if I should just delete them to keep it historical, but I mean, at some point it's not going to matter, just for the simple fact. Oh, it's not going to matter just because the AI is so, you know, Italy's just dead when it comes to their. Let's go with Rawlings. Sorry, I'm distracting myself here. Or, you know, Harwood. Naval speed, damage. Free chance, 20%. Nope, last thing we want. No, that's not where you want to go. Okay, there's the fleet. 3 fleets there. Okay. And, wow, we got a carrier, some destroyers. Let's bring you back to... For now, when we think about what to do with you. I just put you on convoy defense duty, but wow. I really am stunned. I did not expect that. That's the first time I've ever seen that event actually work. Where are you? Okay, let's give you to the Mediterranean. We'll put you on convoy escort, question mark. And you know what? Our fleet. Well, let's get those subs to go repair. No wonder we're losing subs. First of all, subs really are god-awful at taking hits from depth charges. When they do, they take large amounts of damage, so even any damage on a submarine just increases its chance of dying big time. Okay. You're there. Let's put you on convoy escort, and you know what? Give you over. Now, you being low or out's the correct term. Planes is a concern. So we're gonna not let you go die. Wait, you're not liking it. Okay, whatever. Any other ships I need to look at? Yep. Look at all those subs. Oh my god, here's the big... Okay, this just feels completely dirty. This really does. Give you over to the Mediterranean Command. I guess the only thing that somewhat keeps us even remotely balanced is the fact I have to pay for all the oil. Because that's gonna be expensive. So, wow. Okay, well, top 10 shocking events of today. Right now, they're just going to be used to keep the sea lanes and the Mediterranean open. Do I need to build any? I do. see if I can. Nope. Nope. Okay. I'm still just stunned by that. I know I'm not talking much, but I am just completely floored. Yeah, these are a bunch of... You know what? Okay, exile divisions, you can sit there, but probably not going to get used for much. So use you to garrison Britain.
Come on!
Yep, Africa commander gets the priority. Waiting for mechanized to get delivered. Yep, that, like I said, that was my concern, because now I'm paying for all the oil there. So I might have to actually calm the fleets down. Instead of using all those ships, just use a bunch of cheap ships. Okay. Convoy down. So let's take a look. Because we actually probably need to be... Oh, took a U-boat down. That's nice. We need to be incorporating, and we took out 5 destroyers of the Germans. That's the bigger deal. So now the Germans, they must be making destroyers. Yep, they are. Okay. They also built a new Charnos class battleship. Okay. Oh, you're not on convoy raid. Are you on convoy raid? You're not on convoy raid either. Okay, that was a mistake. Now all 3 of you are on convoy raid. Great. Okay. Looking at the air war, still trading favorably. Still needing to escalate it big time. Okay, get those guys going. Get you out there. Two submarines down in that fight. We did lose a convoy for it, though. There's another submarine going down here, so they're making the subs, we're sinking them. Like I said, my concern will be once they start putting out 1940 subs. Those, of course, are much sneakier. Okay. Oh. Dastardly Bulgaria, the one everyone fears. Okay. Well, I got... Definitely having issues here. So let's see what we can do. UK Task Force. We're gonna split you. Okay. Bombing the shit out of the submarines there as expected. And you know why? Because we don't have any air defense up, much less a good amount. So you know what? I'll send you over there. You're going to be lacking too much range. Never mind. Keep you here. Of course, we do need to take this eventually.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh. 9 convoys. Oh, there's the German surface fleet fighting. Except they didn't get there in time. I think they're coming. And yeah, we keep killing their stuff off too quickly for them to reinforce. Which is a shame. Okay, what else do we want to build? Building those radar stations. Building that. Because now we've got the issue of trying to... running out of building slots here. So looking at places with good... You know what? I shouldn't be building here in case the US wants to trade me. Wants me to trade them those factories. So there's always Africa. Kenya. Okay. We'll keep that going for now. Well, hold that speech because I think there's all these war support missions where you really just don't need them as the UK. So I feel like they were meant to like nerf the UK war support or something, or really need to get it up and you needed to fire those missions. But I mean, we're full on at war. We don't need them. We're going to do them for the historical reasons and because the US gets a few bonuses off of them. But that's really about it. Okay. Keep working on some tanks here. Take a look at our tank division. So, of course, we need some more there. Okay. Starting to become a half respectable division. 100% way there yet, but we're getting there. So. Okay. Two destroyers. Shoot down some more planes.
Attention!
Do you know what? I'm tempted to have you guys exercise. So right now you're just flat out green, which is not great. That's 25%. Probably wait for you to get some equipment, then I'll have that start. What else was I thinking? Anti-tank guns now. We'll use our tanks to deal with that. Special forces. You know, one of the things, well, 20 for Spitfires. One of the things I'll say is the Air One of this game is probably not the most exciting thing ever. Unfortunate. But speaking of exciting things, destroyers for bases. I mean, they took it historically. We'll do it. And with those old crappy destroyers. Wait, where are they? Oh, they're there. Okay. Basically split it up. And we're going to have a Med Convoy defense. And guess what? These guys are it. And spotting speed. Honestly, none of these guys are probably the greatest, so it doesn't matter too much. Convoy escort. Boop. Boop. And they're down another U-boat. Still, though, hanging in there at 50, 7 U-boats, not bad. Italian fleets are covering a little bit. Instead of, 10 ships, they're up to 16. It's not exactly a huge difference, but, and you know what? So we're gonna, of course, help out Greece like the Brits did historically. I shouldn't say, of course, because we didn't help out Norway, but you know what? I think we'll probably give some air cover. See, the problem is I could just flood, all these troops in, and they would never kill Greece. But at the same time, if I do that, I create issues with the German AI having to deal with multiple theaters, where they're just going to keep slamming stuff into here, and when they're at war with Russia, the AI just does not do well with multi-front wars. Now, I'm going to have to do a D-Day. I can't, fix that. Otherwise, Russia just will outright die. But doing a bunch of other wars to hamper the Germans ahead of time, I'm probably not going to do. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to do. Take a look here. Spy game. Here, everything's okay, but let's see what's going on. What are you doing and building? Okay, Air Force, not that big. In fact, do you guys have a bigger Air Force? No, they don't. Wishful thinking on my part. Ship count, maybe 300. U.S. slightly more. So, because we've got our fleet stationed over here. We've got 12 submarines there. Got a solid fleet. We got, what, 3 battleships, HMS Ark Royal, and some cruisers into a bunch of destroyers, but we'll see how they do. Because eventually we'll need to be accounting for that. I think those French submarines just got massacred is what's going on. Yep. You guys are okay. You were clearly not. Yeah, you go repair, you go repair. You're in combat. Okay. Indian's fine. You guys need to start training. Yeah, still hunting in Norwegian waters. That's interesting. For some reason, we're down only 67% efficiency. Is that because there's a bunch in combat? then I wonder if the efficiency pops back up as soon as the combat ends. Let's make that our hypothesis. No, it just says I'm short. Interesting. Very interesting. So, yeah, we're okay there. A bunch of factories elsewhere. Not quite there yet. So trading really well. Almost 3-1 on fighters alone. Throw in their other planes. We're basically 4-1 on the casualties. Okay. You're fully trained. You don't have... You have mostly hurricanes, but that's okay. Train with the older fighters there. Okay, let's give the finest hour speech. Hey, this has been a pretty fine hour for us. We've definitely not being invaded. Not that the AI would invade us, but... Well, I say that, but I've seen actually AI Britain get invaded by, like, Italy of all things, so... Maybe not as quite as,
Ready, sir.
smooth as I was thinking. And you know what? These leftover divisions, let's just spread them around.
Guns.
Might as well. Those are a bunch of the exile divisions I will never use on offensive operations just because they're not good. You know, you can invest time and effort into trying to make them good, but, you know, your efforts are probably better served elsewhere, candidly. Okay, do excavation. See, that's weird. Now our naval efficiency is up to 94. It was like 62 and 70s. So it's odd. Yeah, we are just tearing up their plane count right now. Currently, we're doing like 6-1 on them. Because the other reality is, I don't think they have any Focke-Wulf yet. Which I'm almost certain about. We lost another sub there. Yeah, things a little bit rough in the med. Okay. Still ongoing. Okay. So as time ticks on here, obviously we're running at speed 3 just because not that much is going on here. Requires my attention. They're still about 5.2, so we're holding them the same on planes. Close air support still at 800, still about 340, so it's really just trading planes here, and I think they're building about as many fighters as they're losing. So the only good news is our fighter count is still increasing big time. Pause for a second, because we're up to, what, 2.7k fighters, versus now we're only 2-1 on fighters. Remember, we start off with about 1,000, so making big increases there. Do we do mechanized? What do we do? The other thing is I don't want to design a medium howitzer or anything like that because we're still on the old tank model. We will be upgrading that in a little bit. Yeah. And then our other air support's kind of behind the times. We could do some close air support. We could do some... Those are really old TAC bombers, aren't they? Oh, that's embarrassing. I've not even done... Oh. Ooh, yeah, we we need to get those going. We're still on the old ones there. I think we just do some tanks, but we'll put them on a separate line, so if we end up upgrading them to something else, we can do that rather easily. In fact, we'll probably do 2 lines of separate tanks. Because right now, it looks like Germany's making roughly about as many planes as they're losing a day. So that's why their fighter count is not decreasing, despite the fact we are just inflicting horrible losses on them. We're increasing, they're holding steady, which of course is better than, both of us increasing. Like I said, we want the German plane count to decrease, and we are getting there. But, of course, takes time. 'Tis our mission to the United States. Yes, please. Okay. Thinking on this. Radar interception group probably be good. Other ones that are good. No, we're not going to kill them off. Interrogation techniques. Yes. So you're there. You need to go silent. You're here. You need to go silent. You don't need to go silent yet. Okay. Yeah, we've done all of our passive defenses, so hopefully that'll help start catching some enemy spies. Okay. All the pings of us gaining and losing aces in the span of seconds. Still hunting the German U-boats there. Because the thing is, too, the Germans will never be able to, win the Battle of the Atlantic, because they're not killing any of my destroyers ever. I mean, the first step of your Battle of the Atlantic is you try to win. Yeah, when you send you to the Mediterranean. You try to win the fight against, some convoys, but once you've got enough numbers, you send those U-boats after the destroyers that are hunting you, and once you're just knocking down destroyers left and right, that's when you've really won. Because then you just completely run amok. But because they're not killing any of my destroyers, my destroyer count's only going up. Sure, they're getting a convoy here or there, but it's just not going to matter. This will not matter long term. Get about 12 a day there. Probably go up some more. Check our armor division. Yep. Could we do another one? Almost. I'll take almost no time. So we're up to at least basically 2 brigades worth, so 20 combat width, which isn't bad. Ah yes, the masterful Bulgarians and the Italians exchanging their glorious, glorious amounts of technological findings. Oh, took down 2 submarines there. That's good. Okay. Well, that can't build any there. Build there, build there. Basically running out of places to build. I know this is a problem with the UK. Because the other thing, too, is once we're going to run out of places to build, I'll start just building in Canada and other places. Help out our little minions. So we'll do that for now, because we are getting the concentrated. Once we get that back, we'll have places to throw them in our homeland. The home isles, I should say. Okay. So let's see what we can see from the German Air Force. Do we know if you're researching the... Still not researching the Focke-Wulf. That's going to be their undoing. You know what? Because we're so far ahead, let's get a little farther ahead. It's going to be a little bit of a productivity hit. So instead of 12.1, 11.2. Well, that's more of a productivity hit than I thought. It's 10%, but alright. A little bit extra agility. The rest we're going to save for bombers. We took out another U-boat. Down to 6 U-boats. So we can do a new set of war bonds, but do we want to do that right now? Yes, yes we do. Boop. Oh, I need to get that eventually. Okay, and radio interception group. So once we crack the German code, we'll start listening to Italians and then eventually Japanese.
Attention!
Okay. Here's the problem. Or there's no problem. We're going to get those guys trained, so... Carol abdicates. Hello, Legionnaire Romania. I mean, we're just massacring their planes. I don't know how they're... Well, I guess what's going on is our agility is so damn good against them. Let's take a look. So the F is their most recent plane. I need 80%. I do not have 80%. So I was going to say, let's take a look at their design stats and see what the issue is, but that's not going to do it. So in the meantime, we'll just keep shooting them down. And we'll do that. Filled up in like 2 days anyway. So, 1,300. Legionnaire Romania is now at war with us. What will we ever do? Of course, the Spitfire Mark II are our newest ones. Okay, German sub down. Great. 17, we just peaked at 25, 28. So, this will be driving their plane count lower. And it has. So instead of 5.2, they're down to 5K directly. Wow. We're really pumping the factories here. Yeah, I think I'm out of places to build for now. Anywhere I should be building out on my little islands here? Do I even have garrisons on these islands? Yeah, I don't. So, you know, it's not a great place to build islands when you don't have garrisons. Oh, can I not build in dominions? I cannot. Oh, that's interesting. I assumed I could. So instead, India. Let's take a look at you. What are you doing? We're building a bunch of small arms, a little bit of planes. Okay. On the front line, how about not? Let's build you. There you go. Okay, need a few more days so we can start building back home again. Yeah, now we're shooting down more than they're doing a day, because there's no way they're building 20 to 27 in a day. This is not happening. Well, that is fascinating. They do a border conflict to represent, I guess, the takeover of Syria.
Ready,
That
sir.
is very, very interesting.
Keep on moving.
Where the hell did you guys get pulled from?
Attention.
My port guards.
Attention.
Huh. Well, this is interesting. This must have introduced that with the France redo. 4 Italian destroyers down there. Lost some aircraft. Okay, well, I'm learning new stuff all the time. Okay, let's watch our border war with Syria here. They even took one of the tank divisions. Our infantry divisions are better than they are. Well, actually, some of them got some experience, so that's what's going in our favor. What the hell is Gent Force? Is that the name of the unit? The operation? I don't know. And of course, they picked a Norwegian exiled general to lead the invasion into Syria. But okay. We're over combat width. They're under combat width. Okay, I guess we'll object because I think that is what throws the Yugoslavs into conflict with Germany. So trying to keep it historical there. Because I think that's historically what happened in Yugoslavia. They signed the pact, then they renege on it. When they renege on it, Germany does not take kindly to that, to put it mildly, and then invades. So, okay. New. Yeah, we'll get you. Get you going there. Let's go watch this border war with Syria. We got a tank division here too, so that should really help. This organization's not the greatest though, because he was training. And I must have just missed a message warning me about this. Well, they're reinforcing divisions here. Showing 5 in the province. Radio interception group. Okay. Well, for all things considered, I don't think there's a real crap general versus our crap general, so. Allies secure Syria. Okay.
Ready.
That is fascinating, and I did not see that coming. So Gent Force, I guess, was part of the...
Fall in.
Okay, so hold on. You're going back. There.
Ready, sir.
You're going there.
Ready.
And you were watching that. But both of you guys were... there?
Listen up.
Nope, nope, nope. That's right. You do that. It does that. Okay. Nope.
Ready. Fall in.
You go back. Yeah, you get to go there. Okay, so yeah, I guess those were free French troops. So now Free France controls Syria. That is interesting. They actually modeled that. Most games don't. They just kind of consider, man, it's not big enough, and doesn't matter. But they took the time to model that. I'm impressed. Grow some rubber. Let's do it. Do we need some tungsten? That is a lot of civilian factories for not much tungsten. Am I even close to being short on tungsten? No. Although, you know what? Am I short on civilian factories at this point either? No, so we'll do it. Neil Ritchie's sick. Nothing's going on. Keep going. We're drawing towards the end of the episode here. There it is. Okay, so we'll finish up all those factories and far off places of the world, and build our new ones here. Okay. We don't need air forces. That's what we need. Lots and lots of upgraded air force. Okay. Here. Okay. Yeah, having such outdated bombers is a bit embarrassing this far in. I thought I was at the 1936 level, not the... Oh, up to 35 casualties a day, and they're not reinforcing like we are. So yeah, we'll keep tangoing with them as long as they want. Okay, 49. 6.3, they're dropping. They did peak at 6.7, now they've started to go backwards. Now, there's not much. Their close air support count's actually going up, because I don't think they're engaging much. Now, I think I need to be reinforcing my Mediterranean command next, with the next few shipments of fighters. Also, one thing that's a little crazy in this game is small little pieces of land like Malta or, you know, bits of land out in the Pacific can hold up to 2,000 planes. I know that's insane. I don't know how much Malta could or could not hold, though. It's just not something I've looked into. I know in the early war, our plane counts are just crazy high. Like, Germany's plane count never got this high at the beginning of the war, and hell, probably ever. Because I think Germany actually invades the Soviet Union with less planes than they invade France with, if I remember correctly. Okay. So let's see what we can do. We could do a destroyer focus. Yeah. Could hold Hong Kong. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's hold Hong Kong, because then we can get... We can also do the Singapore strategy. Okay. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. And you know what? This is probably a good point to break because it's early 41. Japan could be coming after us about any time here. So, much like my US game, I'm going to need to maybe reorganize some forces, take a look at things, and maybe ship some things to the Far East. That being said, though, unlike my US game where I was just kind of flying through the production phase, keeping everything at home, you know, I've got fleets stationed over there. So I probably won't actually do too much, but this is a good time to end the episode. So we'll end here, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Bye.